So you have done nothing since Saturday, and this is what your hair
Okay.
looks like,
Yes, yes,
girl.
yes.
Girl, victory. That's what we call
Victory.
that.
That's
That's
what we
that
call
victory
that.
hair.
That's a victory hair, honey.
Yes.
Uh-huh. All of it.
All
All
you
of it.
gotta do is place it where you want it and keep it pushing.
Yes. So thank you, Tony, for that encouragement, for that
Yes.
affirmation. Tony, can you,
Yeah.
well, it's also stress, but can you tell from it's even since we first started talking, can you see that my hair has grown? Can you like look at it?
Yes.
Because
I can
it's
see all that. Look, I can see your blessing.
you can see my
I
blessing.
see the glory of it all. I see it, baby. It looks rich and luxurious.
Well, it honestly like today because I was like I brought over my whole little bag so while we were talking if there was anything I was gonna do or but honestly I'm
Hmm.
almost like I feel like I don't want to do anything like I might do a little
You
something on
don't
my
have to. It
hair.
looks really good. How does it feel?
It feels good. It doesn't feel overly it doesn't feel like too much product left over. It doesn't feel like
Cool.
people better watch me. Um the thing where I'm really kind of getting now, like, okay, so we do need to make a plan for like a real life meet because my bangs are getting on my nerves right now. Like, I'm
Oh,
ready
are
to.
they getting too long?
They're getting. Well, I'm either gonna have to decide if I'm gonna do a zhuzh, just let it grow out and do a longer bang, or get one
Hmm.
more rock of a. I think I'd like to get
Okay.
one more rock of a straight before I start
Okay.
letting them grow out again.
Before you start.
I
Okay.
think that's what it looks like right
So I have a question for you. Have you yet to accept my challenge and sleep on it with
now.
no
Oh,
bonnet?
that I did. That I did. I did
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I did that on Saturday night. I did
Okay.
it on, but the thing is that I still, Tony, what I did not admit to you, because yeah, I'm a little old and swole, and I have a sleep apnea machine. I do sleep with a sleep
Oh, you
apnea
have
machine.
a
I
CPAP.
have a CPAP. I do.
Okay,
So
Darth Vader.
the I'm a sexy Darth Vader. I'm luscious,
I know
voluptuous.
you are, baby. You gotta
Mhm.
put it
All of
on.
it.
I
Put it
understand.
on, all of
That's
it.
your nighttime drag. That's what that is.
You think, but it is. It's my nighttime drag. So like part of it, like I bun. I still put a little a scrunchie, a satin scrunchie
Okay.
that bun. So the bun is back here. So then the thing is over my head
Right.
here.
But I'm not mad at that. I'm not
Yeah.
mad at that.
So I've
Because
done a
that's
couple.
still, because you're still sleeping without the bonnet. So
Hmm.
that's cool.
Yes.
Okay. How did your hair feel the next day not having any additional protection? How did it feel when you woke up?
I feel like it was. I don't know. I made the joke like, oh, I guess that the air needed to hit it in the night or something like that. Like it felt like, but like
You need to
maybe
air it out.
it just need to air it out. Like not just have it compact. Just let the follicles breathe. Let it feel the real oxygen
Mhm.
of the of the situation. I felt like okay, I kind of get why he wants me to do this because before I was a bonnet girl, I was
Yes.
a bun girl, and I
Right.
didn't. But I also sleep on a satin
Satin pillowcase.
yeah.
Okay.
So I felt like I until the problem that we started talking about where I was feeling like oh there's some loss happening. I
Mhm.
didn't think anything was wrong with the way that I was sleeping. I just added the bonnet in for like, oh, you got to fix some stuff. So the
This
bonnet is
extra
really like
layer of
an extra.
protection.
I will say this, and and I guess it goes to that point. Like, if you try to come after and do what you should have done in the beginning, it's always like a catch up kind of thing. And by that I mean, for the wash, for this hair wash, I know I didn't use
Oh.
enough product in here. Like I didn't
Mm.
I didn't play with the areas that need a little, and I didn't
Mhm.
fully do my, and I usually section, I just did it differently because of the time that I had.
Mhm.
And so even right on the first day that it dried, there were areas where it was just like, oh, you need some. Oh, okay. And
Need
so
a little
that
something,
day
something.
when there was something. So I was coming in after the fact on say day 2, day 3, whatever, and especially the day before I went out or that day of. the product that I was using was trying to make up for the fact that I didn't set myself up for success when I first washed it as a whole.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean? And so to that I mean, okay, you can put a bonnet on, put a this, do all of that, but if you're not going in with the moisture that you need in the first place, if it's not where it needs to be, you're putting all this stuff on top of it to do the work on the back end that you didn't do on the front end.
Right.
Kind of makes sense of how I'm
It
trying to
does make
explain.
sense. It does. It does. I try to pick my hair sometimes without putting product on it. And then I'm like, okay, it looks all right, but I know it's dry. But then what I find is that the curls are not as defined. They look, what's the word? They look raggedy. They're kind of scraggly and standing up. Then I gotta do all this patting. So I'm like, instead of putting yourself through all that anguish, why don't you just moisturize your hair and then pick it so it looks like it should? I still go through it.
Yeah.
I had them lazy days where I'm like, oh, let me just pick it. I should be all right. And then I'm like,
Why'd I
put
do
some
that?
product on, homie. Yeah. I am glad to know that A, sleeping just with a bun didn't make your hair feel any less moisturized. You didn't feel dried out. You didn't feel like, oh my gosh. That's a good thing because a lot of people need to hear that and know that it's okay. When you have the proper products and then you're able to maintain that proper moisture balance, then you don't have to do all the extra. I would think that, sometimes, I've slept with wave cap before when I've had shorter hair and waves. It always made me hot.
Mm.
Then I would sweat. Or in the middle of the night with that thing tied on my head, I get a headache. So I'm just like, let me take this daggone thing off. So if there is one thing that you can eliminate, and still feel like your hair is moisturized and healthy and is going in a direction that you want it to go in, then by all means remove that extra process. If it's not necessary. If sometimes it's psychosomatic and we feel like, no, this bonnet is helping me, it's keeping my hair together, it's keeping my hair on my head, there's nothing I can do about that. But if you feel comfortable and it's moisturizing, you're like, I can just put this up and put my nighttime drag on and be good.
Uh-huh. I cannot. Will say this morning I had a from the way I did my bun, I think I left a little bit too much space. So there was like a hump. Like you remember when the bumps were kind of cool? So it's like it
Yeah.
made like a little like bump in my thing. I was like, oh goodness. Because I wear yeah, I wore the bonnet last night. I did wear the bonnet because since I didn't put anything on my hair yesterday. I didn't take it down. I didn't put any product. I didn't do like nothing.
See, and I'm here for that. I love that because now you have this big, full, luscious head of hair, and
Yeah.
just looking at how you're flicking it and flinging it and then pulling it out, it does
Nothing
not
is
look dry to
popping.
me. It looks
No.
moisturized. Yeah.
It's not.
You
And
know?
because like I would, how you feel those little pops a little bit of like when it's dry.
Yeah.
When it's dry, I'm not feeling any
Yes.
popping. Nothing is coming out. There's no fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is day 5 or 6 hair.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I want to say probably day 5. Day 5. Yeah. So I'm not gonna. So I'm not gonna spray that spray, right, Tony? What you gonna do this?
Only if you're going somewhere and you feel like you need some.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. So
Mm-mm.
okay, I'm
Does
gonna
it
do
feel
my.
dry? Does it
It
feel like
doesn't
you
feel
need
dry.
it?
No, the all I was like, just, you know what I'm probably gonna do though, Tony, tonight. I'm gonna probably put some aloe in my on my. I'm probably gonna do a little aloe at the roots. That's what I'm
Oh, at
probably
the
gonna do.
root? Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, but I
That's
don't want to put
cool.
anything on my.
And then maybe when you wake up in the morning, you might need some spray.
And in the morning, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I'll.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be my game plan for.
The spray is
So
good, ain't it?
I love that spray. I love
It's
that spray.
nice because it's not too heavy. It's enough. It'll moisturize the hair and it'll get it
Exactly.
popping.
It'll get it popping. See what I did when I said I went too far over. Um, I did the spray first for some moisture, and then I did
Mm-hmm.
this with
Mm-hmm.
this. Do we
And
could
those two are
definitely this could
enough.
go together.
Oh yeah, that'll take you over the top.
That's what took
But
me
you know,
over the. But Tony, okay. So how about if you want to talk about going over the top? Because I also put a couple of zhuzhes to that.
oh
Tony,
man,
you mad at me? You mad at me, Tony? Now you know. Like these,
that's okay.
so these two,
Because
the
I'm gonna tell
spray
you in
with
that
this
photo,
would have been enough.
yeah, it really would have. But you know
Okay.
what? The thing is, your hair looked fantastic.
Thank you
It
so
looked
much.
fantastic. It didn't look like it was over moisturized. It didn't look
Okay.
like you had too much product. It didn't look like any of that. It just looked really, really good. And the fact that you did absolutely nothing yesterday, kept it in a bun, and just took it down from
Yes.
Saturday, child, please.
So Tony, this is my
Yeah.
fenugreek tea.
Okay, nice.
Show you.
Fenugreek.
Yes. And I'm sure it's probably coming up backwards.
Mmm.
Yes.
Fenugreek seed. Oh no, it's clear, and I see
Oh,
it the right way. Yes, yes,
oh,
yes.
okay. Okay. So, you know,
Fenugreek seed tea. What
and
is
I
fenugreek? I'm not
tell
familiar.
it is an herb and it is purported to help with lactation. Like I took
Okay,
a version of this when I was pregnant to help with breast milk, but apparently it also helps
okay,
with hair growth. So a lot
okay,
of the ladies make different things, different uh, tinctures keeps coming to mind, but that's not like rinses or
okay.
different things with fenugreek. And I tried a couple. I did a couple of things. I have some no, of different ones, herbs and different things to try.
Hmm. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Last week I was out of my mind. I was, when you feel overwhelmed, and I began to weep for no reason, uncontrollably, and I was like, why am I crying? I don't know. But it was just a
Oh.
lot. But I think I needed to get that out so that I could keep pushing forward.
Yes, yes.
So
You know, Tony, that's right. Because sometimes we spend so much time trying to pretend things are okay and push emotions down, and they don't go anywhere. And I love to talk
yeah,
about my therapist, but they talk about that. You just put more things under, you sweep it under the rug, but it doesn't disappear. Your rug just gets higher and higher. You got a big old bumpy rug, and you try to walk
yeah,
across this big old
yeah. And you
bumpy
can put
rug.
nothing else under there.
There's nothing
You
else to
know?
go, and eventually
Yes,
it's gonna seep out. It will. So,
it will. It
hmm,
will.
I'm glad
But
you
I'm
did
better
that.
now. It's like I dealt with it, and also I am looking for a therapist to talk to. I've reached out to a friend of mine who's a psychologist, and I was like, "Look, girl, I need a therapist, a black therapist,
Hmm.
um, preferably a black woman.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Hmm.
feel like she'll be, and this could just be my own crap, but I feel like a black woman can be a lot more objective,
Hmm. Hmm.
and really ask questions that pull out where a hetero black man may be able to relate to me on some things,
Hmm.
but not others.
Right. Right.
It may make him feel uncomfortable. I don't know. These are all my own thoughts. And then I don't want a black man, a gay man therapist. I don't want that.
Right.
So
Right.
I
Right.
feel like a black woman I can talk to and be completely and 100% authentic and not feel judged. But again, that's going to come from, me interviewing her, me sitting down and talking to her, and how we vibe. So she gave me a couple of phone numbers, and I was like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna reach out and see who I get, and that way I can talk about what's going on while I'm going through these processes and the things that I'm doing, and the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, I'll be the only black-owned business on Santa Monica Boulevard. That's a
Whoa.
huge thing.
That's a
Not in
huge
West
thing.
Hollywood, but just Santa Monica Boulevard from Sunset to the beach. Kim Kimball used to be there, but I don't think she's there any longer.
Wow.
Um, and I know there aren't any black owners in Boys Town. And then from there is Beverly Hills and in Westwood. And then you're in Santa Monica. So I think it's all, I think it'll just be me, and we're in a prime location.
That is
So,
awesome.
you
I
know,
can't wait. And you're right.
we need a
Everything
girl.
that you're working on and that you have going on, you're gonna need that support, that place to vent,
Yes,
to be checking in for your mental health. You know.
absolutely, absolutely, because it's imperative. I mean, we are all off topic.
We are
Um,
all, but it's a beautiful thing because I feel like they all go. Everything is holistic. Like if
it
one part
all,
is
it all kind of
failure,
goes together,
then it all kind of goes together. One part is
Huh?
acting up, but it can be a reflection of
Yes,
so many other areas. Like
yes.
there's something that we do, and it's a black people thing, a survival thing. But I think it's just also just people can have this tendency sometimes to not want to be too hopeful or too excited or too excited. And the
Yeah,
thing is that if we really believe that life is about vibration and the energy that we engender in ourselves is bringing the same like energy to us, then we
absolutely.
have to figure out how to let it be okay despite all the disappointments that may have come, despite
Mm,
whatever self-protective things that we want to do, to let our spirits have that place to get big and just get full and
right.
just get hyped about life, because then that is coming to us. And I
That's
say that
coming to
to
us.
you as much as
Yes.
myself. Like I'm saying it to like not to like I'm preaching to myself right now, to tell you the truth, because it's something that I know for myself. Even no matter what I'm doing, there's always an element. Well, I will see if that happens. There is always an element of that. And I realized that if I'm having that we'll see if that happens attitude, then I don't have the I'm about to make that happen attitude, because they can't both live in the same place. They can't exist in the same place.
No,
So
one's got to go. It's one
one's
or the
got to
other.
go.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that little bit. I love it. I mean, all of the steps that we have to take to get where we want to go, we just got to
Yes.
keep taking them. So I don't know if you can see that.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so that was a semi big hair day. That
Okay.
was, but that was on some filthy hair. That was after a twist out. That was on some really. So that's another video I have to send to you, because what I would like to talk to you about is how do I approximate this look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Without my hair being filthy McNasty. Like, how do I make that the
Okay.
like
Okay. Yeah, because that hair is saying something.
yeah, I mean, I call
Mhm.
her, we joke, we call her Jane, I said Jane Kennedy. Um,
Yeah, we like her. I think you know what you can do with that is since your hair is now in a really nice and moisturized state, um, I think for you to get it full and big and not tear up the curl,
and well, see,
get
I
it.
band two and then do that. That's also coming out of band two. So let me say that
Okay, I
again.
would say Bantu knots and then also a diffuser.
Oh, okay.
Diffuse with your product on.
Okay.
Your sprays, put your whole business on, your routine, and then going with your diffuser on low, and then bend over, get that hair upside down and diffuse it, and really get in at the root with the diffuser and lift the hair.
Okay.
That means you might be having to stand over forward, bend forward, and then that'll really
Get it.
blow it up. And then you can always pat it back down, and it should still be moisturized and defined.
Okay, so are you saying like after a first wash and like do product like I normally would, or not, or like when would I do that, or
I would say like after like the second or third day when your hair is
oh,
really moisturized and
got you.
ready to
Okay.
go. Because if
Okay.
you do that after the first wash, then it's gonna be dry.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So I would go. I would have my little
Like
wash and
second
go for
day,
day two
third
is the
day,
okay. Then come
fourth
in with that
day.
whatever product is gonna be, and then don't worry about the band too. Just put the product and then go in with the diffuser and get the
Absolutely. On
okay,
low. And
okay,
just get that diffuse in there and lift it up and, just really get it at that root. Blow up the root
okay, okay,
because that won't disturb the rest of the kernel.
okay. On my next wash, that is what I'm going to. That's going to be my project for.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you want it away from your face, then you just push it away and keep it moving.
You see, I like that swoop. You see, I like that.
I'm here for that. I'm here for a swoop. Push it on back.
Yes.
All right, darling, that's it.
Some kind of like promo or some kind of like intro, which I was just gonna do on my own as to like what it is that I'm doing, but some
hmm
kind of some I don't know. I feel like I need something of us, like just I don't know what it is that I am envisioning, but right now I'm
Okay.
envisioning us on that rooftop, like just I don't something coalescing here.